Hello, Scorpio. Welcome. Before we begin, take a moment to breathe deeply. Because what I'm about to share is not just another horoscope or casual prediction, it is a message woven into the very fabric of the cosmos. A message that arrives only once in a lifetime, carried on the wings of an event so rare, so potent, that it has the power to collapse your old self and awaken the truest version of who you are meant to become. On the 23rd of August, 2025, the black moon rises. And this is not an ordinary new moon that quietly whispers beginnings. This is a black moon, the second new moon in the same month, a celestial phenomenon that magnifies energy, amplifies endings, and opens a double doorway into destiny. For Scorpio, the sign of death and rebirth itself, the significance could not be greater. The black moon functions like a sacred reset button pressed by the universe. Its purpose is not to comfort you, but to strip away illusions, dissolve false roles, and place you face to face with your raw, authentic essence. Imagine a vast theater where the curtains of your old story are being pulled down. The characters you once played, the masks you once wore, the scripts you once repeated, all of them are fading. What remains is not emptiness, but a blank canvas, luminous and waiting. The black moon, falling directly into your energy as Scorpio, does not arrive to punish, it arrives to awaken. It will demand that you release attachments to what is decaying so that the living, breathing truth of your soul can step forward without chains. This is not subtle energy. Scorpio, you will feel it like a surge, like the ground beneath you, trembling with both danger and promise. The days leading into the 2nd of August, the 3rd of May bring a heightened restlessness, a sense that something beyond your control is shifting, a pressure building in your spirit as though the universe itself is holding its breath. Do not mistake this for chaos without meaning. It is the prelude to a profound initiation. The black moon is preparing you to stand at a cosmic crossroads where one path leads back into the weight of the past, and the other propels you into the future you were always meant to inhabit. And here lies the truth. The black moon is not simply marking a date on your calendar, it is inscribing a turning point in your destiny. For Scorpio, a sign already attuned to the mysteries of transformation, this event resonates like a mirror of your very essence. It reminds you that endings are not the loss of life, but the passage to deeper life. Just as the serpent sheds its skin, just as the phoenix surrenders to flames to rise again, you too are being called to release what no longer serves so that something greater can take its place. This first part is only the beginning of your journey. Scorpio, as we move forward, we will dive deeper into what the black moon means for you, the collapse of the old self, the uncomfortable but necessary unraveling of illusions, and the miraculous awakenings that follow when you are brave enough to step through the doorway. But before we continue, I want you to hold on to this truth. The black moon is not here to destroy you. It is here to reveal you, and once it does, nothing in your life will ever look the same again. Scorpio, let us speak with honesty. When the black moon rises on the 23rd of August, 2025, it will not come dressed as a gentle guide or a comforting friend. It arrives as a force of demolition, a cosmic storm whose task is to tear down everything that no longer belongs to your path. The black moon is not concerned with your comfort. It is concerned with your truth. It looks into the hidden corners of your life, the unspoken regrets, the unresolved wounds, the identities you cling to because they feel safe, and it dismantles them with precision. For you, a sign that already understands the cycles of death and rebirth more than any other, this collapse will not be unfamiliar, but it will be unavoidable. You may notice it in the days and weeks surrounding the event. Relationships that once felt stable may begin to crack under the weight of honesty. People from your past, an ex-lover, a long-lost friend, even a family member with whom ties were frayed may resurface, not as coincidences, but as living reminders of unfinished business. Conversations you avoided years ago could suddenly find their way back into your present, demanding to be resolved. Old emotions you thought you had buried might rise like ghosts at midnight, forcing you to acknowledge that healing was never complete. This is not random. This is the purging energy of the black moon pulling up the roots of what no longer serves. Even if those roots run deep beneath your skin, and yes, Scorpio, it will hurt. There may be moments when you feel as if the ground beneath you is splitting apart, when all the structures you built with such determination seem to collapse in an instant. Dreams you once held tightly may fall from your grasp. Certain roles you played in the lives of others may dissolve, leaving you unsure of who you are without them. You might even wake in the middle of the night with a heavy heart, carrying a weight that seems too great to explain. But here's the truth that must anchor you. This collapse is not the end of you. It is the end of the false version of you. It is the breaking apart of the identity that kept you small, silent, or hidden. It is the destruction of the mask you wore to please others while ignoring the voice of your own soul. The black moon is often called the hidden moon, for it illuminates not the surface, but the shadow. It forces you to confront truths you may have been too afraid to admit, even to yourself. It strips away denial, leaving you bare before your own reflection. And though it may feel ruthless, it is the kind of ruthless love only the universe can give, a love that refuses to let you live in a prison built of lies. Once you face these truths, you cannot return to who you were before. Something shifts within you permanently. No more pretending that everything is fine. No more shrinking to fit into spaces too small for your soul. No more carrying burdens that were never yours to carry. By the time the 23rd of August arrives, you will stand at a choice point. The universe will press you against the wall of your old identity and ask you, will you remain where it is safe but stagnant? Or will you step into the unknown where your true destiny resides? The comfort zone may tempt you with its familiarity, but it will also feel like a cage. If you cling to it, you will feel restless, blocked, and suffocated. Yet if you find the courage to walk into the uncharted, even trembling, even afraid, you will witness miracles unfold in ways that defy explanation. This is the test of the black moon. And for Scorpio, it is nothing less than initiation. Understand this. Dear Scorpio, endings are not punishments. They are not evidence of failure. They are proof that you are ready. The universe only removes what was never truly yours, what was never destined to remain, what belongs to your soul, the love that is real, the purpose that is eternal, the essence that is untouchable, that will endure. Everything else is meant to collapse, so that in the ruins, your rebirth may begin. Scorpio, after the storm has passed, after the walls of your old identity have crumbled into dust, something extraordinary begins to stir within you. What felt like destruction is revealed to be preparation, and what seemed like loss begins to make space for miracles you could not have welcomed before. The black moon, though fierce in its cleansing, is also profoundly generous. Once it strips away the illusions, the burdens, and the ties that no longer serve your soul, it creates a sacred emptiness, and in that emptiness, the seeds of your awakening are planted. Think of it this way: if your hands have been clenched around broken glass, how could you ever hold the treasure the universe has been longing to place in them? When you finally release those shards, when you let the fragments of the past slip away, your palms open, and in that opening, the flow of blessings begins. This is the power of the black moon. It does not only remove, It restores. It reorders. And it magnetizes. Suddenly, Scorpio, the very things you once believed were impossible, a love that feels like home, a purpose that sets your soul on fire, recognition for your true gifts, abundance that arrives without strain begin to appear, as though they had been waiting all along for this precise moment. Some of these signs will shock you in their clarity. A fated encounter, someone stepping into your path who feels like the missing piece to your story. A sudden blessing, perhaps financial, perhaps professional, arriving from a direction you did not expect. Creative visions or flashes of inspiration, striking like lightning, showing you the architecture of a future you are meant to build. And perhaps most precious of all, a calm will rise within you, not the fragile calm of denial, but the steady, unshakable calm that comes from knowing in your bones, I am exactly where I am meant to be. But Scorpio, understand this too, the awakening is not passive. It does not arrive while you cling to the rubble of what has collapsed. It comes only when you choose to step into the space the black moon has cleared for you. Those who resist change, who clutch at what is falling apart, will miss the current. But those who dare to release, who say yes to the unknown, even while their hands tremble, will unlock a timeline of miracles beyond imagination. This is why the black moon is both rare and demanding. It gives generously. Its one moon is both rare and demanding. It gives generously, but only to those willing to rise. And here is where your role as Scorpio deepens. This awakening is not simply for you. Your sign has always carried a collective mission, the power to lead others through the shadows into transformation. When you awaken, others awaken through you. Your very presence becomes magnetic, a beacon that draws others not because of what you say, but because of what you have become. You may find yourself stepping into the role of guide, healer, or leader, even if you never sought it, because your transformation ripples outward, stirring the souls around you. This is the essence of your awakening, to recognize that your rebirth is not only personal but also sacred. It is the fulfillment of a soul contract you made long before you were born. The agreement to walk through the fire so that others might see that transformation is possible. And as the black moon illuminates your path, you will feel it in your heartbeat, in your intuition, in the quiet certainty that whispers within you, this is why I came here. Scorpio, when the black moon has finished its work of clearing and awakening, you will stand at the threshold of something extraordinary. This moment is not abstract poetry or symbolic imagery. It is a shift you will feel in your very body, mind, and spirit. The morning after the 23rd of August, 2025, you may wake with the sense that a great weight has been lifted, as if a cloak you carried for years has finally been set down. Your energy will feel lighter, your vision sharper, and your confidence steadier, not because nothing can ever touch you again, but because you will finally know that every storm you endured was never meant to break you, only to prepare you. Rebirth. Scorpio does not mean becoming someone entirely new. It means peeling away everything false until what remains is the essence of who you always were. The black moon has stripped you of masks and illusions, leaving only the raw, luminous self that had been hidden beneath layers of fear and doubt. In this rebirth, you will not chase alignment, you will embody it. Doors that were once closed will open not by force, but by resonance. People will enter your life, whose very presence reflects your new frequency, souls who uplift you, challenge you in the right ways, and walk beside you instead of pulling you backward. Opportunities will arrive that seem almost destined, perfectly timed with the rhythm of your growth. You will notice confirmations everywhere. Synchronicities will surround you, repeating numbers, powerful dreams, and meaningful signs that whisper, yes, you are on the path. The universe, once felt as distant, will now move intimately through your daily life, reminding you that you are not separate from its flow but a co-creator within it. This is the greatest empowerment of your rebirth, no longer feeling like life is happening to you, but realizing that life is unfolding with you, through you, and because of you. Of course, challenges may still arise, but here is the shift. They will no longer feel like punishments or barriers. Instead, they will appear as stepping stones, refining your vision and sharpening your strength. You will see them as necessary passages, not final obstacles. What once would have made you doubt yourself will now become proof of your resilience. You will not fear the tests anymore, because you will understand them as part of the design, a sculpting of your destiny. Scorpio, this is the essence of rebirth. It is not perfection, nor the absence of struggle, but the arrival of a new timeline where everything finally aligns with your higher truth. The collapse of the old self was necessary. The awakening was the spark, but the rebirth is the life you now live freer, stronger, and truer than ever before. And in this space, you will not only rise for yourself, but you will rise as a beacon for others, proving through your very existence that transformation is not only possible, but inevitable when the soul is ready. Scorpio, as we reach the end of this passage, let us pause and look back at the path we have traced together. The black moon of the 23rd of August, 2025, is not just a date written in the sky. It is a threshold, a point of no return, and a sacred summons from the universe. You have seen how it dismantles the false self, how it awakens the sleeping truth within you, and how it births a new chapter where your essence shines brighter than ever. But the most important truth is this: what unfolds now depends not on chance, but on your willingness to step forward. The black moon will bring collapse, but collapse is not destruction. It is clearing. It will demand surrender, but surrender is not weakness. It is trust. It will bring endings, but endings are only the fertile soil from which beginnings are born. And through all of this, Scorpio, you will be shown again and again that you are not here to fade quietly into the background of life. You are here to transform, to rise, to embody the power of rebirth that your sign has carried since the dawn of time. Remember this: the pain you release now is not wasted. The shadows you face are not punishments, and the changes you endure are not accidents. Each one is a deliberate step in the choreography of your destiny. The universe is not against you, it is conspiring with you. And though the journey may demand your courage, every ounce of courage you give will return to you as light, love, and power magnified tenfold. So when the black moon arrives, do not resist. Do not clutch what is crumbling. Do not fear what is leaving. Instead, lift your gaze to the sky and know that this is your moment. A rebirth long promised, a destiny long delayed, a future written in the stars finally unfolding in the palms of your hands. Walk forward, Scorpio, not as the old self weighed down by the past, but as the new self rising from the ashes, radiant, magnetic, and unafraid. And perhaps most important of all, know that your transformation is never just for you. The world is watching, consciously or not. When you rise, others will find the courage to rise as well. This is the sacred gift of Scorpio: to descend into the depths, to face what others fear, and to return carrying the light of transformation. That light is needed now more than ever. The black moon is your initiation. Accept it, embrace it, and step into it fully. For on the other side of this passage, Scorpio, Nothing will be the same, and everything will finally be aligned with the soul you were always meant to be.